Next is أول شيء, many of the things I'm going to teach to you today will be almost incomplete. I'm going to explain them to you theoretically. And when you see me doing in code, I'll tell you, okay, we can do it this way, that way, no problem. Why? Because many of the things in JavaFX and in GUI design in general can be done using software called Scene Builder. To make a long story short, and even the same code you are writing here can be done in many other ways, and you will see this in the lab this week. You can do it using this software, Scene Builder. Drag and drop, change colors, add this and that. You get my point? Rotate, huh? See? Yeah, and you do things like from here. The concepts between theory and حطينا جوا color picker, okay? The concept is the same. You need to know the concept in theory before you go and start playing with this. ماشي الحال. Did you get that يا شباب? You will do many things using Scene Builder later. And Scene Builders favored over writing the code directly, but not everything. And it's a must that you know the theoretical concepts and how to do the code in Java. It's a must for you as a programmer. أرجع للبزنس تبعي. We will see today layouts, some of them, not all of them. Layouts are very good in terms of that you don't have to worry about how to order or organize your contents. You just select the layout type, and the layout itself is smart, will do it for you. But you need to know the theoretical behavior, at least, of each type of a layout. ماشي amigos. Right. For example, VBox will put all the things in one column. HBox, V vertical, H horizontal, will put all of them in one horizontal line. تمام? This is not the only things. There are many other layouts, not even these. There are many other layouts. One of them is, for example, anchor pane. Anchor pane or panel. It's like absolute. You put elements X and Y. You decide where to put it. X and Y layout. Put this in X10, Y70. This is in X10 مش عارف إيش. This is one way of doing them. not popular صراحة. Go ahead. حد عنده سؤال? Mute your mic if you don't have a question, please. One nice layout is border layout or border pane. Border panel divides the layout into 5 parts: top, bottom, right, left, and center. And then you distribute the components, the buttons, the lists, the tables, to whichever part is nice to you. We will see this in minutes. Another one is a stack panel or pane, where you put things on top of each other. The last one will be the most visible. Stack. Stack? Last in, first out. Tile panel. You have something like this. You distribute your screen like a matrix into 3 columns and 2 rows, for example. And you put things either here or here. You select the coordinates. A grid panel is similar to tile panel, but you don't have to use only one cell. You can use, in Microsoft Word, when you use merge cells. In this one, you can merge more than one cell. يعني you put element, you tell the grid panel, I want this thing to take 3 cells starting from this, or to take 4 cells starting from here. But يعني he behind the scenes it's a matrix. And there are many other details. So layouts are called panes in JavaFX. They help you automatically control the size and placement of components in a container to create a responsive user interface. You will be free from hard coding and all this heading. ايش يعني responsive? What is responsive? Responsive means if the window size change, or like when you flip your phone or make it vertical or horizontal, things change. This is responsive. Things will reorganize themselves based on the rules of the layout. يعني in border layout, different from this, different from that, and so on. VBox now, you know, one vertical line. Horizontal box, one horizontal line. Border panel, ما حكيناش عن flow panel. Flow panel, it's not like horizontal or vertical line. You keep adding elements. You keep adding elements to your container. If the window size ends, they go to the next row. يعني بيعبي flow. Maybe 3 rows, 2 rows, depends on how many you have. They can have different sizes. يعني زي random هيك حط next to each other. This is a flow panel. You can make it horizontal or vertical even. ماشي. هلا there are so many details for each layout. Like how much space between different nodes. Nodes يعني anything you can put in the layout. A subclass of node. For example, this is a VBox example. You have 4 buttons. They will all be in one column if it's a VBox. If it's a HBox, they all will be in one row. I believe we know this example from last class. Not random, ya Abdu, ya Abdullah. Not random. Different organization, not random. ماشي. Let me make a quick example here. I will use this يا شباب. طبعا I'll create button B1 equals new button. Okay. Click me, for example. تمام. I will make 4 buttons. Let me just import it. I'll make 4 buttons or 5 buttons, huh? Just change their names. You can make an array of buttons, طبعا. Everything you learned before you can use. Now I'll put all the buttons in a VBox equals new VBox. Okay. How to add them now to the VBox? We need to name it. I'll call it buttons panel. I need to import VBox. How to buttons dot get children. خلاص the same code. Add all. يلا على طول B1, B2, B3, B4, and B5. That's it. Now you use your buttons panel to be the scene. This is VBox. Do you have any question? Do you have any question why they are in one column? Good. If you change this to be HBox, you know what's going to happen. If you know. Yep. ماشي. تمام. Okay. You see this. Right. Now I am going to go to the border layout. It's one of my favorites صراحة. In the border layout, you have top, left, center, and bottom. You can make it in the middle, yeah. Shalabi, you will see this. Without writing code, you can do these things. You will learn. Don't worry. Just understand the things. ماشي الحال عمر؟ تمام. Let's look at this one. What I want you now, very important concept, to think of complicated or sophisticated layout. خليني أشرح لكم. Please pay attention. This is our layout panel. We will select border layout. Now you know you're going to have left, right, top, button, and center. You don't have to put buttons directly here. يعني you are happy with your OK button. You don't have to put it directly here in this one. No. A good one will be more organized than that. كيف يعني? You can make another layout. يعني I can make a horizontal box layout, for example, and I put inside it all my buttons. Okay. Cancel. I think الفكرة قربت. Cancel. Add. Remove. And then put the layout itself inside another layout panel inside a panel. Abu Jabal. Tamam. Let us say you have another layout like this. Checkboxes. Cheese. Chili. Whatever checkboxes you have. And you have vertical. You put the entire layout you want here on the left or the right or top or bottom. الفكرة وصلت يا اخوان؟ طيب. Let's see now how we're going to use border panel to do this. How we're going to use border panel to do this. Border panel, I will create one here. Before I create a border panel, let me just give you this example. Let me run it, you will understand it. You know these things, ya shabab, you see them in phones, on applications, on the web. When you have a circle and you only can select one. These are not checkboxes. Checkboxes, you can select as many as you want. However, these, we call them radio buttons. We call them radio buttons in programming. We call them radio buttons. ماشي. طيب. These radio buttons, it's easy to do them. Radio button, new radio button. However, you must put them in a group of buttons. We call that toggle group. ايش يعني toggle group? Or maybe you have more than one group of radio buttons. This is called toggle group. Each toggle group, TG, okay, equals a new toggle group. Now, this toggle group, you need to tell it that radio buttons 1, 2, 3, 4 belongs to you. So this is how we do it. TG get all toggles. Sorry. Get toggles, sorry. get toggles dot add all. You know add all خلاص عاد واضحة صارت. RB1, RB2, RB3 and RB4. Now those members, they all belong to this toggle group. You can create another group, and each group you can only select one. Now I created a vertical box here, for example, and I added the radio buttons here. So now, I think now you understand. The only new thing I showed you is toggle group. I later added the buttons to the VBox. What I want to say, ya shabab, now, I have all the buttons in the toggle group in one VBox layout. Let me copy paste this code now. I'll take it to demo 1. تمام؟ هلا to demo 1, it's available there. خلاص, no need. But to demo 1, I made some changes a few minutes ago. It's good. I'm gonna remove. In demo 1, I have one HBox which contains what? Checkboxes. And I have another VBox which contains what? Toggle group. Yalla. Let me now create a border panel. Border panel. Let me call it main pane equals new border panel. Border pane. Tamam. Now, where do you want to put the HBox here? Where do you want to put the VBox here? What is the HBox name? Buttons. طيب. Now this is how we do it, ya shabab. Main pane dot set top, for example. Main dot set top is what? Which one you want? I'll put the buttons horizontal here. This button's horizontal. Right. Main panel, main pane dot set, for example, left or right. I'll put which one? Radio buttons, RBS. This one. And now my main panel will be the scene. Abu Jabal, استنى علي شوي. Okay, look at this now. See the checkboxes on top. This one on the left. Let me change it to the right so you see the set, right, run. See? On the right. Let us put this on the bottom. Border panel is a subclass of panel. Scene لحاله. I can put it at the left. I can put it on the right. I can create something else in the center. See now, it's on the right. Let me put the first one on the bottom. At bottom. Run. See, it's on the bottom now. How to control the details is a small business, يعني, not a big deal. You will be doing that from more than one place. Let me now try to put something in the center panel, صح? Anything, يعني. I'll call a label LB1 equals new label. Okay. JavaFX demo. let us try to put the label inside the panel directly. You get my point, ya shabab? Main pane dot set center LB1. Did it take it? If it's taken, then it's a node. Run. You see JavaFX demo in the center. This one on the right. This one on the left. How to center it? Center left, center, to put it vertically centered. This is another thing. Yani. You can control all these things, but now we need to know the basic concepts. ماشي الحال. Does that make sense, يا شباب?
دكتور.
Yes. Let us now put an image instead of a label. Image. You use image class. I'll call it image equals a new image. I have images in my folder here. Do you see them, ya shabab? I have image folder. I have car 1, car 2, 3, 4. So I'll image car1.png. Those files are already copied to this folder. We don't use the image directly. We don't use the image directly. And we can use an image view. We can use an image view. If you want to see here, image view, I'll call it view equals new image view. I put the image inside it. And now we work with the image view. Now let me put this view in the center. Here instead of the label. ماشي الحال. Let me run this. car1.png في شي غلط في الايمج.
دكتور انت كاتب line 26 المفروض تكون car1.png انت كاتب .png 1.
وين car 26؟ وين line 26؟
وين ما سويت declare للايمج.
In the beginning دكتور.
26 يا دكتور مش 66.
car1.png. Run. Okay. This is car1.png. See, the image is very large, but if you want to make sure this image is very large, you can control again the image, the maximum. I still can see the bottom panel. Okay. You can control the size of the image. You can make it responsive. Responsive means what? Here, if you look at this one, I did this one before. Responsive, see, look at this portion. When you change the size of the window, the size of the image changes. It takes half of it. Does that make sense? This is called responsive. Yani you are linking the size of the window to the size of the image. If this one change, you change it. Does that make sense, ya shabab? Good? Right.